Hi, everybody. Welcome to the new normal. I'm your host, Lisa Davis, aka Litecoin Lisa, and today is Tuesday. So my buddy Satoshi Sean's joining me. We were having a little bit of technical difficulties, so I apologize for starting a little bit late. But we'll do the first half of the show over here, and then we'll jump on over to Sean's channel to finish up. I want to first of all thank everybody that has contacted me and made a donation to Mame and or sent me an item for the auction. We've got a great list going of some really cool items, including Generous Bitcoin Ben won the auction last year for the or had the highest bid for the Road to Ruta package, which went for how much I can't remember how much it ended up going for. It's valued at like over $3,000. Because a Ruta coin has the like proofed Ruta magazine, the Wishes and Rainbows comic, and a hat, a what's it called? T-shirt from the roadshow, the tie-dye ones that they did this last year. They're really cool. And all of that is signed by Bix and really cool for everybody. So that item was donated back so that we could again have that to offer this year. So we've got some really cool items. If you buy a ticket, even to attend online, if you aren't able to come to Oklahoma City yourself, we'd rather have you here in Oklahoma City so we can give you lots of big hugs, like Westwood says. But if you're unable to attend in person and would like to attend online, you can purchase a ticket the same way, either buy an NFT or buy a ticket on Eventbrite, and we'll send you an email with the link to join the private live stream and a link to join the online auction. So you'll be able to bid, and then I can ship those items to you. So lots and lots of busy stuff. We'll be right back with my buddy Satoshi Sean, because apparently Gary's drunk with power and thinks he's God, making up rules. Hey, Sean, happy Tuesday.
Hey, how's it going?
It's good. I'm super busy getting ready for the event this weekend. My kiddo's having a migraine, so up all night helping him, trying to get him settled down. And I think he gets real excited about people coming in and all the unknown things that might happen. And he usually tips him over the edge and triggers a migraine. So dealing with that, but working on the auction. I've got all my items in, except that I just got a message while we were chatting right before getting our technical stuff worked out, that Litecoin Underground is donating a hat, one of his really cool hats. So he's sending some merch to donate to the auction as well. So I'm excited about that. Got a bunch of items.
All right, we're live on your channel. I was just double checking.
Oh, yes. Oh, can you not see the chat?
Switch over, but yeah.
Yeah, if you switch over to comments, then you can see I Am is there, and Jim, and G-Chin, Tom, Daddy-O. Daddy-O sent the coolest. So last year, Mom and Bix got into a duel about Daddy-O's Old Glory flag. He makes this wooden American flag, and like kind of, it looks like stained or burned or something. It's really cool. And Mom and Bix were bidding back and forth. And then Bix outbid her. But then he turned around and gave it to Mom, which I thought was really sweet. So Daddy-O donated another one of those that'll be in the auction this year too.
I am called Polyp. Woo!
That's not for us. That's for the auction, but it's gonna help Mame. So I'm down for it, Polly.
I'm Polyp asked for a Ric Flair woo. But
oh, I missed that part. I was scrolling through.
I watched this video. It was
thank you for
Heather
the
O.
I don't know.
She went to this big event. It was a wrestling event, and she was really enamored. Thought it was cool because she's like, look, there's this ripple effect, and she would go woo, and then she would just hold the microphone up, and you could hear like an echo. Different people would be like, woo.
Oh, how funny!
And she's like, you can't get that anywhere else. And she made other noises, and she's like, "See."
The only other thing is, like, in Oklahoma, like, if you start going, "Ah," or some kind of cowgirl,
Mhm.
cowboy thing, like, in the right environment, of course,
Yeah.
but that will become contagious as well. So,
Speaking of Oklahoma, I watched
yeah.
the Tulsa King the other day.
Oh, you did?
It was really good show.
Is it? Okay,
It
I
is.
can't bring myself to watch it yet, but
It Sylvester Stallone, that's like that role he did, did really really well. But
mm.
it's exactly like Goodfellas if it was in not New York and New Jersey.
They actually filmed it in Oklahoma, in, Tulsa, and in Oklahoma City. I know there was
Yes,
a
I
couple
looked up
days.
the Mayo Hotel just to see if that was a real thing, and it
Oh, well,
is.
there you go.
It is a real nice hotel called Mayo.
Not like mayonnaise. I think it's like Mayo, like the Mayo Clinic. Like, there's a
Which as
family, I'm sure, that's
a
named
kid, I always
that.
thought it was a mayonnaise laboratory place. Like that's what I thought, that was where they invented mayonnaise. I mean, that makes
That makes
sense.
sense. Yeah,
Kid,
that's logical as a child. A logical mind of a child.
of course,
Um,
mayonnaise has been around longer than the country, but yeah.
what's not logical is, where is it? I was gonna play this. Oh, where is it? Well, all
I got something
Southwest
to talk about.
Airlines are grounded.
No, Southwest it's been lifted.
Oh, it's been lifted. Good.
Yeah,
See, I've been busy. Um, and
what's something that doesn't make sense, which I read about,
well, yeah.
actually read in a paper form, so I can't like share it on the screen, but silver and gold not doing as well as you'd think they would. But you know where people are moving all their money into?
I did hear this that they were buying bonds or something, or buying
Just dollars. People are
treasury.
moving into the United States dollar. Um,
What?
yes, they're moving all their money to the United States dollar.
That
Even
seems
even
a little.
brokers are saying, move your money into cash, man, because these instruments that you have mentioned are giving like 5%. Which is very attractive. People are like, man, this is the dollar's where to be. But
Oh, did I lose you? Hello, Sean? Okay, you guys, I'm serious. We've had such trouble getting his connection today. Oh,
isn't
you're
that
back. You're back.
isn't that
That
weird?
is so weird.
Yeah, we can't talk about this. But even like brokers are saying to move into this because it's very attractive, like 5 6%. But the same article was like, why don't people understand that if inflation moves to 10% and you're getting 5, you're actually losing. It's negative 5% because you're
Mm.
you know um, and then there because it was from a gold and silver um, big house that
Well,
sells
my
it.
mom said that she was texting with her silver dealer, and he said he literally can't keep it on the shelf. Like, that people are the local guy, the local coin shop guy. He's like, he says, mom says, "Are folks buying out your silver yet?" He said, "Yes, I cannot keep it on the shelves!" Exclamation
I
point.
wonder. I wonder if it's a concerted tinfoil hat. Totally, total
Yeah,
tinfoil hat here. But
I'll go there with
what
you.
if it's a concerted effort to keep people out of that, to not expose that that's all fake now, and that they don't have that much silver, they don't have that much precious metals, and to actually keep pushing people into the dollar. So when it all collapses, they just go broke, and the people that have the metal have
They're
the
just
metal.
holding the Zimbabwe dollars, and meanwhile, the central banker is the one who bought up all the precious
Yeah,
metal.
but yes, so it allows the people in the know to buy and hoard anything real, and they just keep pushing the sheep into the dollar.
Well, this sounds familiar,
It does. I mean,
but
it's like because it's like I've been thinking, if people are just that stupid. I've been getting very angry at everyone.
well, so what I was mad about last week, what or whenever that was, a couple weeks ago, when SVB collapsed, that they
Mhm.
didn't, they just were taken over. They weren't even insolvent. But you could see it. You could see the Mockingbird media approach of the Project Mockingbird, where the headlines were all saying, run to big banks, run to the too big to fail banks, because that's the only place you're going to be safe.
Yeah.
Run, 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 run. Well, that just bails out JP Morgan and hurts all the little guys.
The little guys.
JP Morgan
they were trying
is
to get rid of the little guys. And
the biggest holder of derivatives.
Yeah, they were trying to get that last bit of smaller independent banks out of there and just really consolidate it, which it's so basic and it makes people so stupid. But people are the stupidest when they're scared.
Yeah,
and
it was a fear porn thing for sure.
It's not like it hasn't worked for centuries.
I do want to show this video real quick.
Ether is one of the most popular digital assets and powers the Ethereum blockchain.
You can.
Back in 2018, then SEC Corporation Finance Director Bill Hinman stated that he believed Ether was not a security. Last month, CFTC Chair Benham expressed his view that Ether is a commodity. The State Attorney General of New York asserted in a court filing last month that Ether is a security. Clearly, an asset cannot be both a commodity and a security. Do you agree?
Actually, all securities are commodity under the Commodity and Exchange Act. It's that we are excluded commodities. But I would agree that a security cannot be also an excluded commodity and an included commodity. I'm sorry, Chair, just to talk about the Commodity Exchange Act more precisely.
Okay, so do you recognize?
Oh, and then it stops playing.
How would you categorize Ether then?
I think that the general sweep of what Congress did, not just in the 30s, but as amended.
I'm asking you, sitting in your chair now, to make an assessment under the laws as exist. Is Ether a commodity or a security?
Without speaking to anyone.
I know you've repeatedly said you're not going to speak to one, except you've spoken to one, Bitcoin. So I'm asking you to speak to a second one, the second largest market cap here.
And speaking to the tokens, there's 10 to 12,000. If there's a group of entrepreneurs in the
asking about one.
The public is anticipating a profit based on the.
I'm asking you a specific question, Chair Gensler.
I would throw my water bottles.
This should be no shock to you. I'm asking this question. Is Ether a commodity or a security?
And again, it depends on the facts and the law. And if there's a group of individuals.
I'm asking you about the facts and the law sitting in your seat and the judgment you are making.
And so, Mr. Chair, I think you would not want me to prejudge because I'm also.
But you have prejudged on this. You've taken 50 enforcement actions. We're finding out as we go, as you file suit, as people get Wells notices on what is a security in your view, in your agency's view. I'm asking you a very simple question about the second largest digital asset. What is your view?
And my view is if there's a group of individuals in the middle that the public is
anticipating. All right. So let me just ask a second question then. Do you think it serves the market for an object to be viewed by the commodities regulator as a commodity and the securities regulator to be viewed as a security? Do you think that provides safety and soundness for the product? Do you think it provides consumer protection? Do you think it serves the value of innovation? I think no should be a very simple answer for you here.
I think
that uncertainty is bad, is it not?
And I think that Congress has said that there's one agency, the Securities and Exchange Commission, under this committee.
And you won't answer my question, and you're the head of that agency. So give me a break. Come on.
I'm answering it in the generic because you would not want me to speak about any one set of facts and circumstance.
Okay, so, but you've already spoken. Have you said anything about Bitcoin?
My predecessors and the agency itself has spoken to them.
Okay, but you're not willing to do the same about Ether. Okay, so let me just step back. There's a lack of clarity here in the marketplace. Can you at least agree to that?
I think that the clarity is there. The law is clear.
All right.
There's a group
so let me be explicit about this. The market doesn't see it. Your regulatory actions and the CFTC's regulatory actions say that there's a great deal of uncertainty here. It is the intention of this committee to fix that uncertainty and actually provide a sound legal basis for this.
I love it. Holding him accountable.
In Gensler's defense, and to hold him up, he did not say at the beginning of every statement, "Thank you, Congressman, for that question. It's a very good question. I appreciate you asking that question. Now let me talk about puppies." He didn't do
Yes,
that.
true.
I can't.
Yeah.
Oh my God, I get so angry
Mhm.
because
Yeah.
it's like, "Hey, do you think this? Yes or no?" And they're like, "Thanks for that question. That's a great question. By the way, it's a nice tie." You know, my daughter got a puppy the other day, and blah 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 blah.
Yeah, all the
And
randomness.
they're like, "Yeah,
It
but
has nothing to
yes
do
or
with.
no? Do you
Yeah.
think this is this?" Well, as I said, that was a great question, and I do appreciate it. But my daughter loves the puppy. It's great. I
Mhm.
just get so, I'm like, I don't like you, but I feel bad that you had to go through this. Oh my
No, that's insane. Well, and then I read an article stating that the SEC has decided to another new definition because everybody just instead of like actually fixing anything or doing something to protect the individuals, which is their mission statement, they've decided to change the uh, what is the actual? Hold on. They're changing the definition to include. Where was it? Oh my gosh, I'm on the wrong tab for sure. Sorry, guys. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Oh, that's the Guantanamo Military Commission. Oh, come on. I know I shared this. Hold on. I'll run to. I know I put it in the Telegram group too, so I can grab it out of there. Make sure I'm quoting myself correctly or quoting the group.
The World Blockchain Roundtable one.
Yeah, did I put it in World Blockchain Roundtable too? No, that was the very status thing. I think about. We're surprised too, Gary. That was Warren Davidson files legislation to fire Gary. That's the one I shared to World Blockchain Roundtable. I thought everybody would be excited about. But where is it? Oh gosh. Is it military exercises? The Trump
Yeah, Phil, you should quit smoking.
NFTs. Yes, Phil, you should quit smoking.
I thought, listen to this. You get Marlboro or what is it? What is the company? The company that owns all of them.
Mm-hmm.
They get Dylan Mulvaney to endorse Marlboro and Winston and all that, right?
That's a great idea.
So basically everything your grandpa loved out the window. Budweiser, smoking, it's all gone.
Way to get rid of it.
Yeah.
Let me see. It was the whole Hester Pierce thing that Hester Pierce called them out because this proposed amendment, here it is. The SEC's Pierce also complains about the lack of details when it comes to the applicability of these standards to DeFi, stating it does not consider if compliance is needed. Okay. So the agency is, here it is. The SEC Commissioner, Hester Pierce, dissents the agency's proposal to amend the definition of an exchange to include DeFi platforms. That's what it was. They were trying to include DeFi platforms as part of like the Wall Street kind of exchange or whatever. And Hester Pierce spoke out about it last night, I think. But yeah, they were targeting DeFi. And she had a great response. Let me see if I can find her response because it was just very straight to the point.
She usually is very.
She's been very quiet though for the longest time.
Yeah,
Like,
I think she's.
crap has been happening.
I'm almost surprised she's alive because she said some very, very for like 5 years now. Just very blunt and real things. But like attacking like the foundation of everything. The unconstitutionality of the accredited investor, how it goes against everything that America was founded on, limiting
Yeah.
regular citizens' opportunities. Uh,
Oh, he literally said in this, like, he goes, I can't believe I've been here for 2 years or 3 years now, is what Gary said. And he did this video and we tweeted out on the very Dow. We can't believe it either, Gary. And he's so blatant, and he talks about how we're here for free and fair markets or something like that. And I was like, oh, except that whole accredited investor thing.
yeah,
And when you were caught on tape, or you filmed yourself teaching at MIT, telling students that they need to give away 30 to 50% of their company to the market makers if they ever think they want to make it. I mean, it's just disgusting. But this was her statement, or part of her statement was, today's commissions tell entrepreneurs trying to do new things in our markets to come in and register. When entrepreneurs find they cannot, the commission dismisses the possibility of making practical adjustments to our registration framework to help entrepreneurs register, and instead warrants their good faith with enforcement action, which is absolutely what happened to Kraken, Dragon Chain, Library. I mean, the list is endless. Just crazy to me.
yeah, it was dumb. I don't know. It's like Trump. I think it's like all the mistakes that Trump made. You can't make nice with certain groups, and that's what they tried to do. I don't think any of them should have went in. You can't have good faith with most government agencies, and those Dragon Chain and those companies went to them with good faith.
Yeah.
Like, oh, let me tell you about crypto. And it was like, come on.
Well, so if you're starting a project or whatever, you're supposed to like register with them or something like this, file with them, just like the El Salvador stuff. Like there's an office of Bitcoin, but they're trying to help companies actually get started and get going. But let me see.
I think this has really started something. This new crazy. I don't know what to call it, but so back then when all that happened, then most startups in crypto were like, okay, screw America, we're just not going to mess with it. And then they would, you wouldn't be allowed to get into it if you were in America, so on and so forth. And those big bald assholes actually said, hey, you can't do that. It was like, we're the United States, crypto is bad, and we want to, you can't do that. Like, we're not having anything to do with the United States. We're in Lithuania. We're in whatever. We're, and why are you telling us this? And that's when I think, like you said, a lot of people are waking up. I think that's when a lot of stuff was exposed of how things really work. You can't just not deal with the United States. The United States tells the world what you can do and can't do. And I think that was that's when they really started hitting crypto hard, when the industry said, okay, then we're just going to leave America out of the party. And that was the thing that Joe Rhodes was screaming about, and that most leaders in the space were screaming about. They're like, this is the next evolution in technology. And Silicon Valley, the United States, we're going to be left out. This is going to screw us.
Absolutely.
This is good. If this might not, this might end our reign of prosperity, because this explosion is going to go to other countries. And no one listened to them. And I think the reason why the people weren't listening to them is because they're like, that's not how it works anymore. We don't have to accept your regular terms. We run things. And now we're starting to see that that's how it really is. They just they do run. And I forget who said it, but it was Beatles. Beatles said it a couple of days ago. And I
Is
was
that
like,
his Gab post recently about speaking the truth? We need to speak out and speak the
yeah, but
truth.
he said the reality is you don't have rights. The reality is people can take your rights. Your rights are only as good as you can defend them. Because it was shocked to hear him say all those things, because that's what I've been saying. And the reality is that things are kind of shitty, and because they do what they're not allowed to do.
Here he is. You think I can play this without getting in trouble?
What he said, yeah. There's
What
no
he
mute.
said, yeah. Yeah.
It's not on the screen.
Can you hear it?
It's not on the screen.
It's not on screen? Okay. Hold on. I'm sorry. See if I'm in the background. I can't tell what the heck's going on. Sorry about that, guys. No, I lost my tab again. There it is. I have too many things open. Okay.
Are you one of those people that believes you have rights simply because they're written in the Constitution? Well, think again. The reality is that you have no rights unless you exercise them and they're enforced. It's a harsh truth that many of us don't want to face. We like to believe that we have inherent rights that no one can take away from us. But the reality is that our rights are only as strong as the ability to defend them. I mean, look around you. Look at the countless examples of our rights being violated every single day. The government spying on our phone calls and emails without a warrant, the police using excessive force against unarmed citizens, the suppression of free speech on these social media platforms. These are all violations of constitutional rights, yet they happen every day. And what about the fact that 4 out of 5 people can't afford to hire a lawyer when they're sued or charged with a crime? How can we possibly defend our rights if we don't have access to legal representation? The sad truth is that unless we can prove in court that we had the right, we might find ourselves behind bars. But there is hope. We can stand up for our rights. We can exercise them, and we can demand that they be enforced. We can speak truth to power and demand that our government respect our constitutional rights. So the next time that you hear someone say that they have rights, remind them that those rights are only as strong as our ability to defend them. And if you want to make a difference, speak out against the violations of our rights and demand that they be respected. Remember, you have no rights unless you exercise them, and they are enforced. So let's start exercising our rights today and fight for a future where our rights are truly respected. Don't forget to hit that little like button and share this message with others who need to hear it. God bless.
So, God bless. And I hit the like, and I already reposted it because we need to hear it.
But yeah, it was weird hearing him say that. It really was. But
It wasn't weird to me.
that was what that's the bad thing about government is the road to hell with paved with good intentions. It all started hundreds of years ago. That we're not 100% responsible for our own defending our rights. Our government is going to defend our rights, and we gave them power, and we have not held them accountable. And look where we're at now.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. It's time. It is what did they call it? The near death of America. And it's only going to end when we take responsibility, personal responsibility for our health, our wealth, our finances, and our personal safety. Read this book.
Fruit from a Poisonous Tree.
By Melvin Stamper.
All right. You want to head over to my channel?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
All right. You guys will see you in Oklahoma City. We have 5 minutes, 10 minutes till we start on your channel? 5 minutes?
Yeah, like 5 minutes. I have a long commercial because for my channel. I was going to talk about it, but I just cut out an excerpt from when I talked about it before, and I'm putting it on there.
Oh, how funny.
Yeah. So
Technology.
I'll play that, and I'll see y'all over there. I love y'all. Hit the like button. Head to the meetup if you can.
Thank you.
Check out all the stuff below. I'll put a link and everything into my description.
Thanks. I appreciate it.
I
Yeah.
think I already have one there though, but
they can always go to likecoinlisa.net and find events and find the link to the tickets and information there too. So that's
Okay,
always
I'm
the
heading over to my
easy
channel.
thing.
Love y'all.
Okay, we'll see you over there. All right, you guys, thanks so much. I'll see you on Sean's channel, and then I'll see you back here tomorrow with Dr. McDaniel. Bye.